Good morning and welcome to Lilleshall for the Worshipful Company of Fletcher's Disability Championships. And we're just about to go into the gold match for the W1 category.
Yeah, and here we've got John Kavanagh versus Martin Sajic.
So John, veteran of many Paralympic Games and has won medals. And Martin, up and coming archer, just starting to put in some good performances. Most recently, his first Great Britain cap in Italy, he took mixed team bronze with Joe Frith. Quite an extravagant wave from John there.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had qualification, and John Kavanagh top qualification with 611 points, and Martin was ranked third with 562 points.
Yeah, and then in the semi-final matches, John Kavanagh actually scored a 128 in his match against Pete Higgins, and then Thomas and Martin actually tied their match with a 116 pass score and had a shoot-off.
Yeah, so a shoot-off is one arrow closest to the middle. If both archers score 10s, they reshoot, and then it's a measure.
So let's see where the first arrows from each archer go.
So looks like JC shot a 5.
Martin a bit more central there, just scoring 8 points, so he's clipped that line and he scored 8.
Within this category, you're going to see quite a lot of variation in release aids. So that's the device that they clip onto the string to help them shoot. So Martin's second arrow.
It's taken a lot of the time up, so he still had 5 seconds left on the clock there. We're saying that each archer has 30 seconds to shoot the arrows. And JC's found that middle now, so he'll be happy that he has made the adjustments. Again, they've just come up from a practice range which was inside, so the lighting's quite different from inside a hall to then outside in the sunshine, so could be just something for them to note.
So despite a loose first arrow from JC, he's taken a 1 point lead after the first end. So both these archers are looking to qualify to go to next year's World Championships in Holland, where we will start the race to get Olympic places in Tokyo. Paralympic, sorry. So this is going to be quite a busy winter for the athletes and for us.
Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way though.
No. So what's it like the winter before, having to win places for either Olympic or Paralympic Games?
I think it can be quite a stressful time for the archers and for the programme. Again, it's sport, so you never really know what can happen in sport. So you do everything that you can do, and you hope that that hard work pays off, and then you go out and perform. And that's what archers are in it for. On the performance program, is the ability to go out and perform. So that training just backs all of that up. So the scores have gone to a tide after that first end, so there must have been an arrow that wasn't the right value. So archers are tied.
So John looks like he's got the right height, just a little over to the right, like everybody else has been this morning.
There isn't much wind here today. The targets are still, there's some fluttering of the big feather flags around the archers, a bit of a tongue twister. But not much that is going to make any significant effect on the arrows at this point. So Martin needs to shoot this arrow. I don't know if he's struggling, but he has 7 seconds left on the clock. And having some issue there with his release. So he's missed that arrow.
Okay, so...
And of course, during matches you don't get any equipment failures. You have to either shoot or you don't score an arrow.
No, I'm not quite sure what the issue was. But
So
again,
Martin's clock has started.
he seems on it this time. But as we've said before, anything can happen in a match. You have to keep going until the last arrow has been shot. And with Martin, his experience has been quite limited. So again, this will be a massive learning opportunity for him.
Yeah, he's a new archer, new to head-to-heads. He's not experienced that many, so he'll be gaining valuable experience from today. He's probably never experienced a final where he's not been able to shoot an arrow, so how he's going to come off the back of that now will be interesting to see. Of course, you are allowed in head-to-head matches, you are allowed a spare bow, and you'd have that located behind you on the shooting line. And it does look like neither of these archers have got the spare equipment with them. So again, that could be a really valuable learning point.
And it also looks like Martin hasn't got anybody in the coach's box, so maybe he was unaware of the time ticking down. There's two displays in front of the archers, one with the timing system, one with the scoring system, and maybe because he's only ever been on a finals field once, that he just got a little bit confused.
And there are traffic lights there. I mean, green means go.
Does mean go. So again, just off to the right. And John with an 8. An 8 from Martin. John just a little bit high, so if you draw a line across the target, not many arrows, well, just one arrow that's below that centre line. So
So a nice little creep there from JC, just high of the 10. And if he moved his sight or moved his adjustment on his aim, they would more than likely all be in the 10.
Not many archers like to move their sight, so do they?
No. No. Just do one click at a time. No. It's a very good point actually of people knowing how much to move their sight to get a colour band's worth of movement out of the arrows. It's valuable bits of information like that that you could spend a lot of arrows wasting just doing a click at a time on your sight, or 2 clicks at a time with your sight, when really you need to give it a good crank and know that 12 clicks moves it a colour band.
Yeah, and it's something that we're trying to do within our training weeks. So 73 points for John Kavanagh after end 3, and 58 points for Martin. So Martin will shoot first. That's a good shot from Martin.
JC matches.
So Martin seems to have settled down after being timed out. And it looks like JC did move his sight after the last end.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit much.
Yeah, half the amount, and he won't be in that 10. Okay, so nice end from Martin there to have 3 9s. So he's probably relaxed a little bit during that end. So nice end from John Kavanagh as well there with 3 9s. So really great shooting from the guys there, both holding gold.
So it's a 15-point lead for John Kavanagh with 1 end to go. So at the moment these scores are just slightly under where they would like them to be.
Yeah, I think obviously Martin, he'll be probably very disappointed with missing that arrow, but the main thing really is that he gains that experience as to why, and that he can develop his competitions from that mistake or equipment failure, and having a spare bow to pick up if he carries on having any issues. But yeah, both people shooting should still be learning stuff throughout these matches today.
And you never stop learning, no matter what level you get to. So Martin to start the final end.
Just out to the right there. So a couple arrows go over to that right.
Nice arrow from JC.
4 arrows in a row in the gold.
Yeah, and if you
See
look
if
at...
he can make 6. Okay. Just seems to be having a little bit of issues, doesn't he, with his shot.
We don't know what sort of recovery. It was a fairly long day yesterday, and some of these guys need a little more recovery time than others, and it could be that Martin's feeling a bit tired from yesterday.
Yeah. And he surrounded that gold there, so it's a very hard thing when you do surround the gold to actually figure out, well, is that me or is that a sight mark? Because they've gone in three opposing positions on the target there.
It could be also a variation in execution of his shot, where we're working hard on getting a consistent execution. So it's something that we can look at in the coming weeks and try and improve on, and also find out what problems he had on that finals field, and work along with our team psychologist to see if we can give him some strategies to cope with any nerves.
Yeah, because you saw that at that end, he then had a really nice tight end and then an open end. So there's many areas of discussion there that will come off the back of this match. And JC, really nice match for him there as well.